Is your horse soon to becoming a senior? This might seem like a scary time to work through, but it could end up being the best years of horse ownership. But how do you take care of a senior? Today, we are going to talk about ways to tell when your horse becomes a senior, how the horse's feed and exercise will change, some of the medical conditions seniors develop, and how to keep a senior horse comfortable through his older years. All of these will contribute to helping your senior horse be as happy as possible and keeping the golden years golden. Good morning, my name is Reilly. I am 15 years old. I'm a member of the Just Equestrians 4-H Club in Messina. This is my 7th public presentation, and my presentation title is Senior Horse Care, Making the Golden Years Golden. So what exactly is a senior horse? A senior horse is an aged horse that is beginning to experience age-related health concerns. Even though there is no longer a specific age for which a horse becomes a senior, most owners will find their horses to start experiencing signals around ages 21 or 22. The average horse will live to be about 30 to 35 years old. However, different breeds will live different lives. The standardbred, who is tall and thin, was bred for speed at the trot or pace. After retiring at a young age, they may struggle with their weight and have a shorter than average lifespan. This is Hero. Hero is a 27-year-old American retired standardbred. You can see that he has too many visible ribs and high withers, meaning he is slightly underweight and will probably only live for a few more years. He measures about a 3 on the Hennicky body scoring system, a scoring system measuring a horse's health weight from 1 to 9, 1 being very thin and 9 being very fat. Then there is the quarter horse, who is a multi-use ranch and racehorse, bred for power. This shorter and stocky horse will retire at an older age and probably gain weight as it gets older. This is Rusty. He is a 26-year-old American quarter horse. Unlike a build like Hero, he has lower withers and not as many visible ribs, meaning he is slightly overweight and measures about a 7 on the Hennicky body scoring system, which means he will probably live for about 7 or 8 more years. How long a horse lives will also depend on the life it has led. A horse with yearly dental checks, vaccinations, and hoof care will of course live a longer life than a horse with little or sporadic care. This is why it is important to maintain our horses' care so that they will live longer and happier lives. When changing from middle age to senior, the horse's body will automatically change. Their caretaker, however, will need to voluntarily change to provide the best care for their horse. Two of the biggest changes that the owner will need to pursue is the change of feed and the change of exercise with the horse. As a horse gets older, it will begin to lose endurance, strength, and flexibility, meaning that it won't be able to keep up its regular competition schedule or difficulty level. Remember, we must scale back on the horse's work, not on their exercise, so gentle shows, pleasure rides, and trail rides are great options to keep the horse moving. If an owner does choose to keep competing as senior, a change of classes and locale might be necessary. Moving the horse to a walk-trot class would help reduce the amount of energy needed for the horse to compete. Trail, equitation, and showmanship are ideal classes for a horse to compete in because the judging is based off of a horse-to-rider relationship, much less how well the horse performed on its own. If the rider still wishes for the horse to compete at a higher level or more advanced class, they may consider nearby shows without a long trailer ride or overnight stay. Another option to improve senior health care or competition are joint supplements. These are most often taken orally by being mixed into the horse's grain. Supplements such as MSM are used to provide mobility and pain relief to aging joints. Not only are these supplements made for competition horses, but also for horses that stay at home. Supplements can improve a senior's diet, but they will not provide enough nutrients for the complete feed. So the feed is the next thing the owner will begin to change. As a horse gets older, its teeth will begin to deteriorate. Senior feeds have been made to be easily chewed and digested by senior horses. An issue some senior horses have is unchewed feed passing through their digestive system without having any nutrients absorbed by it. Senior horses with dental issues will also lack forage intake through quitting. Quitting is when a horse balls up the hair grass in its mouth, making a ball, and then drops it to the ground, receiving no nutrients from it. Senior feeds will also include vitamins and minerals in it to help the horse's immune and digestive systems. A problem to help quitting is several owners will feed their horses beet pulp, hay pellets, or hay cubes to replenish their forage source. Vitamins and minerals are very important in horse feed. To see what is in a feed, bags will usually list a chart or tag on the bag that lists all the vitamins and ingredients inside of it. Vitamins that should be on the tag are vitamins E, B, and C. These help boost the immune and digestive systems. If these feeds do still not maintain enough weight supplements for the weight for the horse, weight supplements are great helpers of seniors. High in calories, these boosters can be mixed into the horse's grain, just as the joint supplements are. These are easy to find, and they will usually come in a small container or tub, as this. Sometimes these weight boosters can be pricey, so an alternative option is canola or vegetable oil. We can see how its small price of a little over $2 compares to other name brands. Smart Pack is by far the most expensive, reaching nearly $65 for a 7-pound container, which is 1 pound less than this container. Then Farnam, Animed, Mana Pro, and Do More all fall between $20 and $32. While canola oil might not contain all the same vitamins and minerals as these fancy supplements, it still has advantages. Our veterinarian, Dr. Joel Nezazon, has recommended this as an additional weight booster for my seniors, stating that it is a cool energy source, meaning it has low sugar amounts and it will avoid excess energy in the horse. As a bonus, weight boosters will also help care for the horse's coat, making it look young and sleek. So why would we change a horse's diet and exercise as they change? We do this to avoid conditions that the senior horse might obtain as it gets older. There are several conditions that a horse might obtain. However, there are 3 that most owners will consider to be serious and common in senior horses. Cushing's disease, laminitis, and arthritis. Cushing's disease occurs when a tumor grows in the pituitary gland. As the tumor grows, it sends off confused signals to the rest of the body, primarily a stress hormone called cortisol. Cortisol can negatively affect a horse's body, causing weight loss, change of body shape, bad temperament, and what is most often recognized for the disease, a long, thick coat. After treating the disease, management includes maintaining a balanced diet to keep a healthy weight and regular farrier visits to help prevent laminitis. Laminitis is a disease occurring in the horse's hoofs. When the tissue in between the coffin bone and the hoof wall becomes inflamed, it causes the coffin bone to rotate downward, pushing into the sole of the hoof. This can be caused by, again, several reasons, but for the senior, it is most common for an overweight horse to obtain the condition. Treating this disease includes reducing the inflammation of the lamini, which is the tissue, supporting the coffin bone, and treating the original cause. The last condition is one any horse can get, arthritis. Arthritis is when the tissue surrounding a joint in the horse becomes inflamed, causing stiffness and pain in the horse. Arthritis can be caused by, again, several reasons, but it is most common for a senior to obtain the disease from long-term wear on the joints. There is no cure for arthritis, but slowing it and managing it is possible. Daily gentle exercise is the best treatment for this. Also, having the veterinarian examine exactly where the horse's arthritis is will help the owner to know where to stretch and where to exercise the horse. If further assistance is still needed, joint supplements and supports are common, such as these, as well as pain medications and even joint injections for severe cases. Other conditions that are common for senior horses are hearing loss, tooth deterioration, and vision loss. However, most conditions that come with age can be avoided by careful care and attention to the horse. Which brings me to my last subject, keeping your senior comfortable. It can be difficult to keep an aging horse feeling his best. The best way to keep your senior horse feeling good is to keep him moving. Unless if a serious illness keeps him from it, daily exercise should be done every day. Many owners will struggle deciding if their horse should still be ridden as it ages. However, many will believe that horses should be ridden on trails and pleasure rides as long as possible. Not only to keep your horse moving, but to keep them happy. Most horses enjoy being worked with, and it is certainly one of the best medicines. In summary, it is obvious that there are several methods and ideas of how to keep a senior horse feeling his best, and it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the amount of information available. But now, with advanced research, we can determine the age at which a horse becomes a senior, the vitamins that should be in their feed, and how to treat senior horse conditions. Now we must continue to learn more about senior horse care and how to make the golden years golden. This concludes my presentation. My resources were Smart Pack, Supplement and Horse Care Guide, Fall 2014, Horse Illustrated Magazine, December 2012, December 2013, December 2014, March 2015, Horseman's Veterinary Encyclopedia by Will A. Hayden III, The Horse Care Manual by Chris May, The Encyclopedia of the Horse by Viking Press, Animeds.co.uk, DailyRacingForum.com, TheHorse.com, HorseChannel.com, Equimed.com, SmartPack.com, PetMD.com, and Dr. Joel Nezazan. Thank you for your time this morning. Are there any questions?
All right. So one of the questions I had is about the quitting thing. So why does a horse do that? Because they need the nutrients, so is it that they can't eat it? Is that the idea?
The question was, why do horses quit? And they do this because they cannot. Their teeth start to deteriorate as they get older. They might lose teeth, and they just aren't as strong. So they take this and they just ball it up in their mouth. It's kind of gross, but do you want to see it?
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
Sorry.
I have two seniors that do this right now. So.
Okay, and so the other three alternatives that you mentioned, what makes those easier for the horse to consume as opposed to this?
Okay.
Yeah, those ones, yeah.
So, hay cubes, hay pellets, and beef pulp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the question was, what makes these easier to chew and digest for the feed? You can see again. This is the same thing as in here, they're hay pellets. You can see this is almost like baby food. You can touch it, it's kind of gross, but you know, it's just water. But it is easy to digest for them. They can swallow it easily, just how like babies don't have teeth. It's the same way. Beef pulp, it is high in nutrients and stuff. It's very good for the horses as well, and hay cubes are easier for the horses that still can chew but are having trouble digesting. So
that makes sense.
we use these for our horses that don't have many teeth. This is what it looks like when it's dry too.
Okay.
Changes a lot. Oh, do you want me to take that? Sorry.
There's one question?
think so.
I had another question. Okay. One other question is on the same graph here. So it's fascinating to me that Smart Pack would sell a product that effectively does the same thing for $65 that canola oil will do for $3. And I'm just curious, you said you got this information, this recommendation from your vet. Is there anything in the Smart Pack product that's different from or would add to what canola oil can do?
The question was, what is the difference between the ingredients in Smart Pack and the ingredients in canola oil? And honestly, and this includes all of these brands, they are the same ingredients, same exact thing inside each container and even canola oil. But the thing about Smart Pack is they increase the amount of those so that it is easier for the senior horses to digest and get all the nutrients they need. So there's increased amounts in Smart Pack.
Cool. That was my question. So
you know, I know these are supposed to make sure that the senior horses get more nutrients and stay healthy in terms of weight and all of that. But I wondered, do these also help with like joint health, right? And making sure that like joints and cartilage and all of that stays healthy and is able to move, or would you have to use something else to help with that kind of mobility stuff?
The question was, does Weight Booster also help support the horse's joints? And honestly, I am not positive. If somebody asked me if they should give their horse with joint issues Weight Booster, I would obviously say joint supplements are better, like MSM or Cosequin. Those would be better suited. But I'm assuming that there isn't as increased amounts in Weight Booster because Weight Booster is made specifically for gaining weight and maintaining a healthy coat in the horse.
Good.
Good job. Thank you.